Hi there, you're watching PROfintech. My name is Eva. In our previous episodes, we mentioned the concept cashback, and in today's pros, we'll talk about it in more detail. Cashback literally means the return of money and often refers to several services. Firstly, it can mean a return of a small percentage of the sum spent on purchases using your payment card. Secondly, it can mean a partial refund of money spent through cashback platforms. When making purchases through platforms, customers earn reward points that can later be redeemed as a cashback deposit to their card or account. Thirdly, it can mean cash withdrawals at post terminals instead of ATMs. Cashing out small money amounts from your bank account is also cashback. The first two types of cashback are popular in e-commerce, banking, and gambling. Let's see what it's all about. At its core, any cashback is a special bonus program, also called a loyalty program. In other words, a strategy to attract and keep customers. In trade, cashback is a deferred discount returned to customers after the expiration of the period during which they are allowed to return or exchange goods. In banking, cashback is one of the services included in the programs of payment systems or issuing banks. Such programs encourage customers to make purchases using a specific payment card of a bank or payment system. The most common types of cashback are cash itself, all types of reward points that can be exchanged for something, miles in frequent flyer programs, and related goods or services. Some history facts. Modern cashback originated from the concept of a loyalty program which was first announced back in 1773 when an American store started issuing copper tokens for purchases to its customers. The accumulated tokens could later be exchanged for goods from a special catalog at the same store. That innovative scheme was soon adopted by many. They say that the largest campaign of that time was that of the American companies Sperry and Hutchinson. In 1891, they issued their own stamps which looked just like postage stamps and could be stuck into a special book and later exchanged for goods. One of the most famous loyalty programs ever, the Green Shield Stamps program, was introduced in the UK in the late 1950s. A distinctive feature of the program was that it brought together many retailers. For every 6 pennies of purchase at any of the affiliated stores, shoppers received 1 stamp. The accumulated stamps could later be exchanged for cash, other goods, or discounts. In the late 1980s, the first airline passenger loyalty program was launched, and frequent flyers were able to start accumulating miles that could later be redeemed for new flights. It is really possible to get a partial refund of the amount spent. The mechanism is simple. A cashback service places a product ad to attract a stream of customers to specific sellers or stores, while customers get cashback at checkout. It is a win-win for everyone, sellers, intermediaries, and customers. By the way, this mechanism answers the question where the money for cashback comes from. Everything works on the basis of affiliate or referral links. Such links allow the seller to track where the customer came from, that is, identify lead sources and then pay a commission to the intermediary sites for the number of leads and the volume of their purchases. This way, cashback sites simply attract traffic, get a reward for that, and give part of the money they are paid to their users. The average cashback rate is from 1 to 7%, but in special cases it can be 20 to 30%. This applies only to certain product groups. A percentage of the amount spent is earned after each purchase made through the cashback service and can be paid to the buyer at different times after each purchase. For instance, it can be credited to the bank card with which the purchase was paid, but more often than not, the accumulated cashback is stored in electronic accounts of services. As soon as the required minimum has been accumulated, usually $10 or 10 euros, it can be withdrawn to a bank or payment system account. Are there any pitfalls? Most services work the same way. To choose the one most profitable for you, you need to pay attention to the following aspects. List of affiliate stores. A high-quality cashback has an extensive list. Check to see if the list contains the stores where you shop most often. Terms of accrual and withdrawal of funds. It is important to make sure in advance what the minimum withdrawal amount and withdrawal methods will be. The absence of a withdrawal percentage is a useful bonus, while a high commission, on the contrary, can minimize a profitable return percentage. Reliability. If there are a lot of reviews about the service on the internet, its site works well and looks good, this speaks volumes about its reliability. The rate of remuneration. The promised cashback will always be declared as high as possible. Some ads claim to give even up to 70% cashback. The problem is that the maximum cashback rate is almost always limited by something. For instance, it may refer to a small category of products or be available only to new customers during the first week after registration, and so on. It's better to read the terms and conditions when choosing a cashback service. Crucial aspect: it is imperative that you check cashback services before using them. As soon as this method of saving became popular, fraudsters have instantly appeared. The most common form of scam is cashback pyramids. They promise exorbitant interest on the purchases of new users brought in, and as a result, their old users are paid at the expense of the new ones. They usually have a fairly high minimum withdrawal amount and work under the standard pyramid scheme. Having collected money, they go out of the business or simply block user accounts. The worst thing is that user agreements usually specify such their right, but people hardly ever read them. Good news both for those who already use cashback and those who have never heard of this service till now. You can use several cashback services at the same time. Let's have a look at their main types. One of the most common types is online cashback. Having registered on one of the many portals, you can continue shopping in your favorite stores and accumulate a percentage of the purchase amount. The only thing to remember is that you need to visit online store sites through the cashback service link. This can be done in two ways. The first is to enter stores directly from the cashback page, that is, use it as a start page when going to an online store or as a search engine for the product you need. The second method is good for those who tend to forget to open the cashback site before shopping. A convenient solution is to install a special extension or plugin in your browser. This can be done through the cashback services site in a couple of clicks. As a result, the service will automatically track all your purchases and then credit cashback for the purchases on the site with which it cooperates. A similar solution is offered by a mobile application. Once you have installed it, you can buy with your phone and be sure that cashback will be credited. Part of the money spent can be returned not only from online purchases but also in regular stores. To do this, you need to become a member of one of the many cashback programs and collect purchases in affiliate stores. It should be said that over the years, this service has become much more convenient. Previously, after registering in the program, it was necessary to obtain a special plastic card and physically present it at the time of purchase so the purchase would be counted. Later, the card was replaced by an electronic barcode, but it still had to be read by the checkout operator. Now, there are more convenient ways, for instance, receipt scanning. You install a cashback service application on your smartphone, and all receipts for purchases made in affiliate stores are scanned by this application. In most cases, it is done using a special QR code on the receipt. Cashback is also common in the hotel business. Almost all major hotel chains offer their own point-based programs. As a rule, the points earned under such program can later be used to pay for a new accommodation or additional services, a visit to the spa, various procedures, or restaurant services. This type of cashback is especially popular among business travelers. Programs always work in such a way that points are accumulated for the accommodation paid by companies, while bonuses in the form of cashback are credited to the guest's personal account or user's account. In the gambling business, cashback is an important component in the operation of the entire system. Players are entitled to bonuses and various kinds of payments for active gambling. In online casinos, there are the concepts of cashback, rakeback, and value back. The difference between them lies in the algorithms by which the bonus amount is calculated. In gambling, cashback is calculated on a progressive scale, that is, the percentage of reward directly depends on the gambler's engagement. Value back, in turn, is used in the gambling games and clubs, where cashback is prohibited by the rules. Its main difference is that, instead of money, special offers, promotions, or other privileges are offered to gamblers as a bonus. In banking, there are cashback credit and debit cards. Their operation principle is as simple as possible. Pay for your purchases with a card and get part of the amount spent back to your card or account. The percentage depends on the program offered by the issuing bank. Some programs imply a return only from a certain type of purchases. That's why the terms and conditions needs to be read in each specific case. Another important aspect is that the cost of maintaining a cashback card is usually higher than that of a regular card. Savings are an interesting alternative to quick payouts. Cashback earning services have appeared where cashback is not given to you in cash or points but is saved in a special saving account opened in your child's name. By the way, not only parents can do this. A child entered the program may be a grandchild or just an acquaintance. However, when entering such programs, it is important to be aware of all the risks. Their cashback rate can be significantly lower than that of the programs where money is paid straight away. Besides, the service may simply go out of business before the child grows up. Throughout the existence of cashback services on the European market, this area has been dominated by such leaders as Coopert, Acclamio, iGral, and Quidco. Despite being top platforms, they also have their pros and cons. Acclamio and Coopert offer handy browser extensions. Both support purchases on such major sites as eBay, AliExpress, and ASOS. The accumulated cashback can be withdrawn to a PayPal or bank account. Acclamio offers a favorable minimum withdrawal amount from just €1, while Coopert is additional to the cashback service, is also a library of promo codes. Sometimes this allows you to get an additional discount at the last step of the buying process. iGral is particularly popular in Germany and France as well as among those who buy from German and French sites. The service gives a €10 registration bonus and the minimum withdrawal amount is €20. Withdrawing the accumulated cashback is a little more complicated. The first transfer must be made to a bank account, and the subsequent ones can be made through PayPal. There are two versions of the site, German and French. The British service Quidco has one of the lowest thresholds for withdrawing accumulated cashback, from £1. The name Quidco comes from the slang word quid, which is used for a pound sterling. The service offers favorable return rates, up to 18% on some purchases. The accumulated bonuses can be withdrawn to your PayPal or bank account, but only in an English bank. Instead of withdrawing funds, you can also take an Amazon gift card. That's it for now. See you in the next pros.